What's going on, people? How we doing? How's everybody out there in the big world? Whew, it's not a good look for me. I don't know what is a good look for me, but that wasn't doing it. What am I missing, folks? You tell me. I'm waiting for some folks to tune in. I'm running my mouth. I just don't like silent intros. That way, you know, if people click on it later on, at least they hear me talking instead of just staring. Got Dickie Farley in the chat. Howdy, Dickie. How are you, man? Oh, man. Over here working on a 350. Dickie Farley saying good. Hope all is well. All is well, man. Just over here working, trying to figure out a solution. I don't know if you saw my videos from Friday, Dickie, but my 6-cylinder, I think it spun a bearing on me, so I got some work ahead of me. Buff Del Campo in the chat saying you're live. I'm alive and live. How are you, Buff? How's it going, man? Alive and live. Dickie Farley saying it's a 350. Buff saying I saw that video. Yeah, it was pretty, you know, it's my fault, Buff, but it was kind of a bummer. I'm still kind of trying to figure out where I need to start. So I just started back on assembly for this 350 here. And haven't been doing anything crazy. I just threw the lifters in and I set the intake on real fast, and I realized I had a huge spot right here on the head that was gonna be unpainted, so I just touched that up real fast. But after the paint dries, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the push rods in, get the rockers on, and kind of work from there. I don't know if I'm lucid enough to adjust the lash, but I might get there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, the 6-cylinder, I finally broke the 6-cylinder. So that was kind of a bummer. I'm still kind of thrown by it, you know what I mean? I'm upset not driving my truck. Yeah, I don't like not driving my truck. Needless to say. Hey, Bubba Ayers in the chat. Howdy, Bubba. How you doing, man? Auto Salvage Outlaw saying, poor 6-cylinder, time for the good V8. Yeah, we're getting there, Auto Salvage. We're getting there. We are getting there. Like I said, you know, I kind of wanted to start more on the work. The food nerds in the chat. Howdy, Ma. How are you? Love you, Ma. Bubba's doing okay, trying to stay cool. Yeah, you're in Texas, right, Bubba? It's probably a good 20 degrees hotter than here, and I'm sweating, so I can't imagine how you feel, man. Buff Del Campo. Yes, it is a 350 here. Sorry, I'll show you again there. Just a normal 350. It's out of a 90. It's out of an 84 K5 Blazer, and it's a Mexican cast. It's a 4-bolt main though, but I'm running it. I'm just running it stock, so the 4-bolt main's kind of relative, I guess. Auto Salvage is saying that it's 86 and it feels like 99. Yeah, pretty much. It got warm over here. I was moving around too, so I kind of got a sweat going. I came in and I had some pressure washing to do. Bubba Ayers is saying 93 right now. Yeah, I'm not sure here. I'd have to look, I guess. It says 76, but it's not 76, at least not in this shop. Unfinished projects in the chat saying Neptune Green. Neptune Sport. What's going on, Unfinished? How are you, brother? Oh, I sit myself down, so I stop pacing. Bob Ayers is saying our index is 100. Warm days, man. It doesn't take much. I'll start sweating. Should probably be wearing like a, I'd probably be dressed like a sheik or something. Auto salvage and mom been getting rain, I guess. Down south, you guys are getting that. And unfinished projects, building a monster car. Oh man, can't even read these messages. I'm blind. Help me. But yeah, definitely kind of a bummer there. I was pushing the truck kind of hard on the freeway, and I started to hear kind of a rattling, and I was losing power. And sure enough, I got her off the freeway, and I was still hearing kind of a rattle. Got her to work, turned the truck off, kind of, let it sit for a second. I turned it back on, and I heard the clunking, and then I let it sit again, and it had kind of dissipated. So I went through and I checked compression and everything on the truck, and compression was decent, and I wasn't hearing any crazy noises. So I went and I test drove it for a second, and I must have got like maybe 75 yards down the road up here, where I just it's got the full-on knock. So I just drove it back to the shop. I'm like, well, that's kind of that, huh? You know what I mean? I could kind of dogleg it home, take the plug wire off and dogleg it home, but I just figured I'd rather get to work on the swap, That way the truck is at least kind of prepared for the V8 when I get that ready. Rich GT350R in the chat. Mom's saying, I'm sorry, Moon. It's all right, Ma. It's bound to happen. It's a 63-year-old engine. I'm driving like an ass. It's my fault. But yeah, no, yeah, that stove bolt's, I don't think it's done, you know what I mean? I could obviously rebuild it, but it's at that stage to where it's like, if I have this thing rebuilt, 235s are really expensive to be rebuilt. And then I'm going to deal with the timeline, of course, the machine work. And by the time I get it back, I don't know, it might be cheaper. It might be cheaper just to wait, you know what I mean? Put it back the way it was. But in the same breath, it's like, Pico 67 SS is saying, stop fanning your nuts and get back to work. Pretty much, man. Pretty much wasting time over here. But yeah, I thought it would just be kind of a better move just to swap to the 350 now. That way I'm dealing with something, a little more viable. But the best is in the chat. It says, yo, bro. The best, how are you? What's going down? Rich has got a storm there as well. It's sunny here. It's a nice day. I should have gone to the beach, but I'm in here working on the 350 instead. But yeah, I didn't know how to feel about that. I was, obviously you could have the engine rebuilt, and one might be the same. I'm wondering how long it would take me to get it running with the swap versus getting it running, waiting for, getting the engine to get rebuilt. But that's kind of ridiculous too, because it's, the transmission's worn out too. It's just, all around, it's kind of time to just park the truck and give her some love, I think. I don't know if you guys agree with me there, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Thunderstorms over there. Everybody's got storms going. Auto Salvage is saying the same thing. He's saying by the time what you spend on that 6-cylinder is cheaper to do the V8 swap now. Yep. The best is saying, Rain here trying to learn gas welding. Nice. The best. You got some coat hangers out or what? Yeah, I don't know. Part of me always, is like, hey, work on the 6-cylinder. But it's like I've done everything I could I mean, I've done pretty much everything I could to keep that thing going all these years. All the maintenance I could, any replacement I could, even just. I mean, I felt like I was pretty ridiculous that last time with the timing gear. You know what I mean? That's a lot more than most people would go through for that engine right there. But I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. Rich is saying coat hangers. That's old school. Yeah, yeah. Tony's got a lot of videos about that, welding with coat hangers and stuff. Cousin Mike saying, Ari, make it a tree hugging electric Apache. Call it Chief Lightning Bolt. Damn. Damn, that's good. Damn. I could never. I could never. EV swap the Apache. Like, I would get struck by lightning if I did that. Buff Del Campo saying, what alloy is a coat hanger? I'm not sure. I think they're just steel. Pico 67SS is saying, put parts together as you come across them for the 6, rebuild later. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't want to get rid of it or anything. I love that old engine. I've ran it for years, so it's kind of hard. It's got a lot of sentimental value, which it probably shouldn't, as heavy as it is. The best is saying, how far are you on the V8? I'll show you the best. Get over there. I just got the lifters in right now, and I was realizing that I needed to touch up some paint before I get the intake on, so I did that real fast before I installed the push rods and rockers. But come on, turn around now. Cousin Mike's saying only Jesus knows. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. It's covered up. Come on. Just got the lifters in. Come on. And yeah, I'm about to put the push rods in. Rockers. I guess I could adjust the lash. I don't know if I have it in me. I'm feeling kind of out of it today, but that's where I'm at the best. In other news, though, I did pick up this puppy, which I am very, very happy about. My gaskets. Pretty damn classy intake there, I think. I was gonna run this Edelbrock. Don't mind me, I'm over here messing with stuff. This Edelbrock Performer RPM is kind of a nice high rise, but I found this guy on OfferUp, and I really couldn't pass it up. I really could not. Dickie Farley saying that's the intake I seen when I started the video. I was hoping you're going to show it. I think it's cool. Thanks, Dickie. I'm really excited about it. It was already pretty clean, and I pressure washed it today, and I feel like this thing's really clean for as old as it is. It was real good price. I mean, I don't know if this angle, you can kind of see it, was intentional or what, but I don't know if it's been milled down or not, besides the obvious spot right there. But I think that's just to clear the choke on the Holly. But pretty good condition and a really good price. I don't even really feel comfortable saying the price. But Older Man TC's in the chat saying, "What's up, mate? How are you doing today, mate? I'm back from Queensland, Gold Coast." Older Man TC, glad to hear it, man. Hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed the trip over to Queensland. Cousin Mike saying, spit on him before you push him in. My dad taught me that. Good old Pops. Danny Boyd, Uncle Corn Pop, saying, I missed 13 minutes. Dougster saying, have no fear. The Dougster is here. Dougster, check that one out. I'm very, very happy with this. I did not think that I would be this excited about it, but I am. Hey, Brother Bear's in the chat. Barrow's Garage. He's down here right now. Brother Bear, I just got your text right now. I didn't get a chance to read it, obviously. I'm just pacing around the shop, blathering at these people. We got Skip's Dark Hollow Garage in the chat. Welcome, Skip. How are you, man? Welcome to the chat. Dark Hollow. Isn't that like a Charlie Monroe song? I know the Grateful Dead sing it. Pure Pontiac Garage in the chat. Howdy, John. How are you, man? Dougster's digging the offie, old school. Oh, yeah. Skip's doing great. Glad to hear it, man. Add Zero in the chat saying, what's up? Oi, oi, oi. When you're running down the back street, oi, 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 with Doc Martens on your feet. Oi, oi, oi. The best is saying, is the Edel broken air gap? No, it's just a high rise. There's an air gap in the shop that my boss was wanting to sell me, but he was kind of pissing me off because he wanted to sell it to me and he got it for free 99. So I was, Add Zero saying, Jesus Chrysler. I get here, first thing I hear is Grateful Dead. That's what you get, man. You pop in straight for the Grateful Dead. Barrow's Garage is saying, dual port. You don't see those very often. Brother Bear, I told you how much I paid for it, too. I think the gentleman was just done with it. He's kind of into his LS phase. He had a nice 64 Cadillac up on Jack's, and it was LS swapped, had all the Pro Touring mods and everything else, so. Yeah, Brother Bear, I was actually going to ask you, you know what I mean? Should I run the double pumper on this intake, or do you think I should try to find a like a 750 Q-Jet off of a 454 or something? At Zero saying, working on Project BBD. Bastard demon carb. Buff is saying quadrajet. Everybody's telling me to run a quadrajet. Everybody. Everybody. Even Hubie. Hubie's so kind, he like won't outright, be like, hey, you know what you should do. I guess all you guys agree on that, huh? I have a Q-Jet. I have a Q-Jet. It's just, I've got, if you look at sorry, I don't turn on the lights in here when I'm not working, but you look at the condition of the Q-Jet versus the condition of the Holly, you can see why I want to run the 750. You know what I mean? This thing's pretty dang clean. I could clean this thing up, but is there? You know what I mean? Brother Bear's saying Q-Jet for the win. All right. More work then. All right, more work. But what do you think about the 750 Barrows? Do you think that's probably not overkill? Dougster's saying, when they come to take you down, when they bring that wagon around, please forget you knew my name. Oh, you're singing some Sugar-E. Nice. See, at Zero, you're outnumbered here. People like the Grateful Dead. Danny Boyd saying, man, back in the 1980s, I had a Q-Jet off of a 500 Caddy, but I let it get away. Barrow's Garage is saying I run 6s on small block Chevys. So just the 650 that I have is good. Might as well run it. I don't know. I kind of like the Holly though. For daily, daily, like, I don't know. Ad Zero saying, then y'all need Jesus Chrysler. I saw this like late 80s LeBaron on the freeway today. It's pretty great. Old lady was driving that thing like she meant business. What am I doing here? Make sure I'm not missing this. Hold the man TC saying, Ari, put a 350 big block out the bonnet. Pure Pontiac Garage is saying, I've always had good luck with Q-Jet, not so much with Holly. Yeah, I mean, they do leak and everything else. And, I'm aware of it. It pumps double. It's a double pumper. It's like, how do you not want that? Double cheeseburger, double whammy. I don't know, double stuff. Oreos. Ad Zero is saying, Brother Ari, you're a father and a good one, except that one flaw, the damn Grateful Dead. I don't play it in front of the kid. It's Ad Zero's birthday tomorrow, everybody. He's turning like a Hollywood 38, which for unenlightened people is 50. Ducks are saying, I used to work on an old guy's K-Car Imperial back in the day. Talk about lipstick on a pig. Damn. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying, Carter AFB. I have access to one too, Nathan. There's one off of that nail head. Hold a man TC, the truck's a 1960. All right, so you guys are trying to sell me on the Q-Jet. Yeah, there's an AFB off of that nail head, Nathan. Also, Nathan's Mopar Garage is in the chat, everybody. I'm sorry, I didn't greet him. How you doing, Nathan? How are you, brother? Yeah, I don't know. It's in one of these boxes over here. I got these swap meet pallets I need to put up on the racks. Come on, turn the camera. I got these swap meet pallets I need to put up on the racks here. And there's a lot of stuff. Barrows, do you need any 460 stuff? Because if you would like me to spirit some of this away before I meet up with you, it's better than it's sitting up there for the next 5 years. Just saying. Where is that AFB? I'm going to find that damn AFB. I know you're in here. Yeah. Oh, no. There you go. There you go, Nathan. Brother Bear saying Nathan rocks. Yeah, Nathan's the best. He's been supporting my channel since it wasn't a channel. Appreciate you always, Nathan. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying, do you have a Mopar small block intake in that pile? No, Nathan, I don't. I have some of that 440 stuff, but it just, none of the really substantial stuff was left. There's a water pump and some bracketry and stuff. I didn't know if you'd want it. So I kind of just, but there is some 440 stuff in here from that CUDA still. But LP94 in the chat. Howdy, Lars. Barrow's Garage is saying, is there a set of C8, C9, or Doves in there? And flat top pistons? No, sir. I wish. I've got a couple stock distributors. I've got that Torquer intake. And I think that might be it. And I'm not sure if that's the same because I think the engine, some of that stuff was taken off was a 521. I'm not sure if the distributor's different is what I mean. But Danny Boyd saying, yeah, I was stationed at Carter Air Force Base. Damn. Good old Lars in the chat. Lars, every time I read your name, though, or every time I say your name, I think of the Heavyweights, the movie, the character Lars. I mean, I know you guys got nothing in common, but yeah, there you go, guys. I got the lineup here. I've got the Q-Jet. Let's see. Let's turn this around. We've got Carter AFB, Q-Jet, Holly double pumper. Hey, Kiwi Dean's in the chat. Howdy, Dean. Dougster's Team Edelbrock. I'm still excited. You know, I got this got this double pumper that's you know, I spent like $200 on, and I'm like, hey, you know, I want to run this thing, and everybody's like, don't run the double pumper, and I'm like, screw you. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this place is classic. Dino saying, good day, Arianator. Double pumper. I like that damn carburetor. I know, you know what I mean? I know it's probably going to be a pain in the ass and suck a lot of fuel. I'm aware of that, but it's like, you know what I mean? After a decade of running a 6-cylinder and a single barrel, you know, wasting some fuel sounds kind of nice. Danny Boyd saying, sitting in my PC drinking a beer. Beer sounds good, Dan. I got water. I'll set you guys on the toolbox for a second. What do we got? Pure Pontiac saying, all right, go with what you like, man. You can always change it later if you don't like. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking, especially seeing the 3 carbs sitting there. You know what I mean? It's like, why not just mess with the 350 a little bit, see if I can get any different results? I mean, I guess I am on YouTube, you know what I mean? I guess that's, I don't like saying the C word, but it could be content. Might be interesting. Dougster saying Edelbrock will take just what it needs, not what you think it a mechanical Holly needs. Oh damn. Dan, you like that Buick? Wildcat. Good old Wildcat. Danny Boyd saying the C word has one less syllable. Content creation. At Zero, you still here? I'm telling about some content creation. I have a content creation workshop. Danny Boyd saying, not a 1-year only Wildcat GS convertible. No, sir. Just your run-of-the-mill Wildcat, but it sure is a damn nice car. Really nice car. Yeah, I'm just waiting for paint to dry. It's a lot of my job lately is just waiting for paint to dry, so I'm kind of happy about that. Skip's Dark Hollow Garage is saying, knew a girl back in the early 80s, had a Buick Wildcat that looked like that. Her in the car, cool. I bet, man, girl with a Wildcat. That was, there's a couple girls with classic cars I used to know, but They were all like way too cool. I remember this girl had a C10 like a year off from mine that her dad had bagged and stuff, and I just remember trying to talk to her about it, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, you know, it's kind of too cool for me." And I'm like, I've owned an Apache for years, and I don't know. Danny Boyd saying, "Love them babies with the fender skirts." I never seen one with fender skirts, Dan. But yeah, I got a lot of work to do, guys. I've got a lot of work to do. And in some ways, I'm looking forward to it. In some ways, I'm really not. I know it's going to be a pain in the ass. I'm wondering what's going to be, what's going to hang me up. I'm wondering where the compromises are going to happen. I'm wondering what's going to be really expensive. So far, the way I'm looking at it, the most expensive things are going to be the engine mounts and the drive shaft potentially. But just kind of thinking it through. Dean saying, "Yeah, Ari, it's almost too cool for you too." Yeah, Dean, that's a given, you know. Skip's Dark Hollow Garage is saying, "Dean, you're everywhere, dude. Awesome." Dean's everywhere. Dean is quite the supporter. Him and Unfinished Project, you know what I mean? There's almost, I even see them on other channels just completely outside of the automotive circle on YouTube, and they just got good taste. They're everywhere. Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying, "How close is your Dart to being on the road?" Not very close, Nathan. It's still been sitting there. I haven't had a chance to do any work to it. I got to pull that engine back out. Barrow's garage sent with Hubie the proper oil pan and engine mounts. So I got to pull that engine out, get it on a stand, hopefully. Change the oil pan, get it back in there, swap the engine mounts, and it should not be sitting on the K member after that. And after that, I would like to install the transmission and the drive shaft. I guess I could skip the drive shaft. I don't know. I think I was just going to start from there. What do you think, Nathan? Should I sell the car? Should I give up? Should I start a new hobby? Maybe scrapbooking instead of hot rods? You think? Maybe I'll go work for Hobby Lobby. Yeah. I think I'm in too deep, guys. Dougster saying, "Cool Buick is the early Skylark with the weird wheel wells that were painted an accent color." That is trippy. I need to look that up. Dean Stevenson saying, "I like the fifth person. I heard from the guy who told somebody that is one of my favorite things." Nathan's Mopar Garage is saying, "Never too many projects." Yeah, I guess so. I think what kills me about the Dart is how much money I've spent just on storage. You know what I mean? If I could spend that money on building the car instead of storing the car, it would for sure be done. But it's kind of like it's a kind of a problem that's kind of perpetuating itself. So I'm really kind of, I want to get that car done, but it's kind of weighing on me too. You know what I mean? The fact that it's just sitting there costing money and it's still a lot of work and more money that I have to put into it to get it going. Not a lot, you know, I'm right there on the tail end of it, but still more than I could comfortably break off right now. Pure Pontiac Garage is saying some of the early GTOs had red inner fenders from the factory. Dean Stevenson saying, "I do it all the time to my youngest daughter. I'm like a total cloud nebula, useless fifth hand info." Me too, Dean. Me too. But yeah, no, the Dart's kind of bugging me in that sense, you know, especially right now because I got the truck pretty much disabled, so it's kind of a little bit overwhelming. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I guess it's just a matter of me putting the work in on the Dart. So I don't know. And saying he's never seen the painted wheel wells on a GTO. But yeah, guys, you want to check out the truck? Oop. That'll buff out. Check her out. She's sitting in her sad corner again. Out here in the yard, hanging out with the Oldsmobile. I think they're friends. Got my Trinidad scorpion peppers here. Need to transplant them, but they're growing pretty happy. Yeah, guys. Here she is in all of her glory. Skip Star Hollow Garage is saying I have a buddy with a 65 satellite doing a 318. 318s are nice, man. I would like to do a 318 swap into my Dart, but if you watch Barrow's Garage's channel, you'll see why that's kind of an impossibility right now. Oh, geez, I thought that was the neighbors coming, freaking out. Nathan Sands in timeout again. Yeah, she's just sitting, man. I don't know really how to go about that. I kind of wanted to pull the engine. I kind of wanted to, like I said, I don't know how to go about that. But if you guys ever wonder why I never roll up my driver's side window, that's why. Yeah, she's just sitting, guys. Dougster's knocking on heaven's door. I hear you knock. You keep on knocking, but you can't come in. You said you love me, but you can't come in. What about, can't you hear me knocking? Whew. Hubcap Cafe saying broken. Yeah, you want to hear Hubcap? I can crank it over for you. Let you guys in on the carnage. Skip Star Hollow Garage is saying sweet ass truck. Thanks, Skip. I appreciate it, man. I love her. This is my favorite vehicle. Maybe my favorite thing in the world. Except, you know, thing. That is thing. Let's get her. Do I have keys? No, I don't have keys. No, I do have keys. Let's see, guys. Should start right up. I don't know if you guys already heard the rattle. And you can see the blow by and you can kind of hear that. Sounds a lot better than it did yesterday, actually, but definitely still broken. Turn this damn thing off before it causes any more damage. Hey, Shopcat's in the chat. Howdy, Shopcat. But yeah, Hubcap Cafe. She, I think I spun a bearing on Friday morning. Danny Boyd saying it'll run forever like that. Yeah, that's true, Dan. But My big thing was the loss of power. You know what I mean? Especially, I mean, I guess I could just take substreets around and stuff, but that pretty much, you know what I mean? That pretty much to me makes it almost unfreeway worthy. It was already questionable before, and now it's kind of, you know what I mean? I got faith, but I don't need to push it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, am I overreacting? That sounded like a pretty bad rod knock. Upcap Cafe say no, it won't. No, technically it won't. But I could definitely. I mean, I could get home. I could get a few more miles out of it. But Danny Boyd saying 292. Dan, I wish, but the problem with that is swapping in a newer six cylinder is basically the same as swapping in a V8. There's different engine mounts, the different bell housing. So I mean, it's pretty much the exact same thing as a V8 swap, but minus the V8. So it's kind of Pure Pontiac saying no need in having it be towed. Exactly. But like I said, I'm just wondering where to start on that. I'm like, no matter what, I need to continue work on this 350. So I started there, and I've been asked my boss if it was cool just to start the teardown for the swap. But he's out dirt biking this weekend, so I haven't heard back from him yet. Shopcat saying, Ari, maybe you can get a spare Atlas from the Nelsons. Atlas would be a cool one. Hubcap Cafe saying come and swap. Hubcap, that would be a really cool one. Especially if I could find a 12 valve, that would be a really cool swap. Especially for my purposes, it'd be just about perfect. The only thing I would be worried about is I'd probably have to do some work on the front end just because the Cummins weighs like 400 pounds more than that six cylinder even. So I'd have to do something there. Hey, George is in the chat. Howdy, brother. How are you? Skip's Dark Hollow Garage is saying keeping a 6 in it isn't seen so much, has some impact on the cool factor. Yeah, Skip. I mean, I feel you there. I have kept this 6 cylinder in there for 10 years now. And I mean, I've driven the hell out of it, enjoyed it. I've gotten all kinds of crap for keeping the 6 cylinder, just all kinds of crap. And I still have. And, the only reason that I really want to swap it now is because I have this 350 that I bought last year kind of for that purpose. I kind of got weaseled into buying the 350, and I was like, well, whatever. I got a spare motor for this thing. I drive the hell out of it. But I have the spare 350. George is saying doing well. Thanks. Hope you're well too. Doing well, George. Just dealing with the car thing. Just trying to figure out some stuff with the truck where I'm moving. Dan's talking 453T 6V92. Dexter's saying 6BT Cummins is easier to obtain and build than a 4BT Cummins, hands down. Skip Stark Hollow Garage is saying, well, if you have it, do it. Yeah, pretty much, Skip. Otherwise, like I said, I would love to keep it a 6-cylinder truck. I love that later generation of 6 cylinders too, 250, 292, and especially 292s. Those are badass engines. But yeah, the 350 is kind of just on hand. Shopcat saying go for it, dudes. Make up the extra weight by ditching the cooling system. Danny Boyd saying Ford 300. Dan, you know me, I'd do it too. Paint Namer saying, I see the Offenhauser dual port and think of the gas rationing days of the late 70s. Paint Namer, that's awesome. Gas crisis. I've always maintained that that's like how my truck survived the gas crisis, was being a 6-cylinder truck. There you go, paint namer. Ducks are saying Ari or Danster 6V92 would be a ripping bitch. Ari would need a second manual transmission to make it roadworthy. That would rock. Skip's Dark Hollow Garage is saying, remember the SP2P? Yeah, Skip, I just saw one of those online actually. A gentleman was selling them. Is that one that's the Oldsmobile one, right? Pure Pontiac saying it's a side mount engine, isn't it? Yeah. Pure Pontiac, I have to use the CPP 63 to 72 engine mounts. But the way they sit on the 60 frame, I have to kind of shim them up with some 1-inch square stock, kind of like this thicker wall stuff like this. And you just shim them up like that. I'll probably cut a little plate and maybe box in the spacers I make. But it'll mount in just fine. I have a square body truck bell housing, aluminum bell housing, and I'm going to need to figure out a cross member, which isn't the most difficult thing at all. And a clutch as well. I got to figure out my clutch situation. Hey, First Responder Garage is in the chat saying, Ari, how's it hanging? It's hanging, man. Kind of to the left, I guess. But just hanging out at the shop over here. How are you, brother? Andy Boyd saying, go low, go broke. Yeah, I mean, I got this 4-speed here. It's pretty dark in here. I'm sorry, guys. Boss will bitch if I have the lights on. He won't bitch. He'll make a comment, though. I got this 4-speed sitting here, and I set the bell housing back on my shelf, which is, you won't be able to see, but yeah, I got the Saginaw, and I was going to try to run a like a Camaro style hydraulic throwout and see if I think that might work decently for me. Probably be the least alteration. First Responders programming the inputs and outputs for the TX. You're always doing something cool, man. Dougster saying, my dad's friend had a Dukes V12 and a Kenworth cab over named Cat Eater. All summer long, she couldn't be stopped in the speed department. 100+ miles per hour loaded. But when the weather got cold, the dudes hated it. Could never hit operating temp. Operating temp. Yeah, not much going on here. But yeah, guys, I'll probably go ahead and get back to work. It's a little bit heavy, Dan. But yeah, guys, I'll probably get back to work. I'll let you guys do it. I should do the show later tonight. If for any reason I end up hung up or something down here, I'll probably just do it off my phone again, or if I end up having to cancel, I'll just do a community post or something. You guys enjoy your Sunday. I just wanted to pop in and bother you guys, pollute your day with my voice. Everybody be safe out there, and seriously, I mean, I should take my own advice, but check your fluids, Check your fluids. Thanks, folks.